Alrighty, guys. We're gonna go over the Thursday night football slate, but before, if you don't know who I am, my name is Shook. I make posts on this subreddit. Let me pull it up real quick. If you are from the YouTube side of things watching this, make sure to come over to the subreddit DF Sports with one S. I make posts here pretty much every day. You can ask me whatever. I will always respond to you. Ask me a question, whatever, like here, asking questions, asking questions, etc., etc. So ask me whatever you want. I will always answer it. Anytime you need my help, so make sure you come over here, find my posts. Also, we have NBA coming up in less than 2 weeks. So as you guys know, that is my main sport. I might need to make NFL my main sport because my God, it has been a phenomenal first few weeks. First 2 weeks to be exact. And if you ever need to get a hold of me, you can get a hold of me on Twitter if you ever want to. I will always respond to you guys. You can ask me whatever questions you want. I will always respond to you guys. Twitter is Tory Langley 1992 right here. So yeah, you can come, ask me whatever you want on Reddit, do whatever you want. But first off, let's take a look at the Discord. Another absolutely amazing night, pretty much for everyone in the Discord, for the 2 game Monday slate. So let's see. This is what, 110 dollars into like 300. What else on Yahoo? $30 into $320. $12 into $875. What else? Let's check more. Huge win here for $3.6 thousand. His biggest win ever. Congratulations, Jetty. First day in the Discord too. Absolutely insane. Congratulations once again. Yeah, 3.6K off of $72. Let's see what else. What else? Good day here for Jack Mac. Gotta be more, right? $24 into $316. I mean, I mean, been a pretty good start, if you say so myself. So let's break down my lineup. I went Jalen Hurts, Miles Sanders, Devin Singletary, Adam Thielen, Stephon Diggs, Isaiah McKenzie, Dallas Goedert, AJ Brown, Bills D. So I usually don't eat the chalk for showdown or for like bigger than main slates for defense, but I ate the chalk here with the Bills defense. I think it just made way too much sense in my opinion. Bills D was my favorite, and then Eagles D was my second favorite. And let me just go over why. I sound like a broken record here, but you want to target a defense that is going against a team that is going to be dropping back more. We thought that Tennessee was going to be down, which means they're going to have to throw the ball more. We thought the Minnesota Vikings were going to be down, so they were going to have to throw the ball a lot more, which was the exact case of what happens. And what happens is the defense has a higher ceiling because the quarterback is dropping back more, which means the defense can get sacks, interceptions, defensive recovery fumbles, pick sixes, etc., 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 etc. So the Eagles D absolutely smashed. The Bills D absolutely smashed. And then the core that I had for this showdown slate, I thought Miles Sanders was far and away the best running back play on the slate, and he only came in at sub 50% ownership. That was absolutely massive. He was core. Stephon Diggs was core. Dallas Goedert was core. Adam Thielen was core. So basically, the four highest scoring players on the slate outside of Quez Watkins were in my core, and then everyone knew I was stacking Jalen Hurts at 30% ownership. I really don't get that ownership. I really don't. I thought he was far and away the better play over Josh Allen for cheaper. Didn't really understand why he was so low owned. Worked out massively. Outscored Josh Allen by like 5 points, and he was cheaper. could have had a much better day if they were in a better game script and just didn't run the ball a million times. But what can you really do? Can't really do anything. But absolutely another phenomenal day. Really, 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 we haven't missed on a main slate in 3 out of 3 main slates positive days. Not more you can ask for. I'm ready for the run bad to start getting here though, but let's go over this 2 game slate or this showdown slate. So I'm gonna get absolutely traumatized by looking at this slate. This slate is absolutely disgusting. Send me to the hospital or shoot me to the moon because I don't even want to look at this. This is just disgusting, man. Worst showdown slate I think I've ever seen in my life. And you guys want to see what's better? Oh, it gets even worse. Let's check out Thursday night. Where is Thursday? Oh, let's check out Monday night. Cooper Rush versus Daniel Jones. Where is Thursday? Thursday night. Oh, that's Browns and Steelers. Where is Sunday night? Sunday night football. Jimmy Garoppolo. Oh, versus Russell Wilson. Can't get much better, guys. We have 3 phenomenal showdown slates coming up. Send me to the hospital, man, because I'm going to have a stroke looking at this. All right, let's get into it. So Najee 9.8K I think is a little bit too pricey, and my reason being he's not playing 100% of the snaps that he did last year. He's only playing about 60% of the snaps. So let's take a look at these snap counts for Najee Harris, and he played 42 of the possible 59 snaps, which is still around 60%. But at 9.8K, it's not something you like to see. Now, he's going to be involved in the pass game. He's going to have usage regardless. I just think he's a little bit pricey. Now, can you play Najee Harris over an extreme chalk Nick Chubb for the discount? Absolutely, you certainly can, and I think that's a very sharp way to going about GPPs if you wanted to do that. But Najee Harris, nothing more in a tournament play for me. He's just not playing enough, and at that price tag, I think he's a little bit overpriced. Deontay Johnson, 9.2K. I mean, he's just going to be a target monster. You know, he's probably going to average over 10 targets a game. So at 9.2K, he's definitely a very, very safe option. Now, do I prefer him over Najee? Yeah, probably. The good thing with these Steelers wide receivers is they are not leaving the field. So Deontay Johnson played 51 of the 59 snaps. Chase Claypool played 54 of the 59 snaps. Pat Freiermuth played 48 of the possible 59 snaps. Where is Pickens played 50 of the 59. So that's the one good thing about this slate is these Pittsburgh wide receivers don't really leave the field. So yeah, I think Deontay Johnson is very, very safe. I think I do prefer him over Najee. Mitch Trubisky at 8.6K. I don't hate. Now he's not a good quarterback, but the price tag is very, very intriguing for him, right? Quarterbacks have one of the highest floors on this showdown slate. Now Mitch Trubisky is not going to have like a 25 to 30 point ceiling, but if he goes for 20 points at 8.6K, that's definitely very, very good. So I think the quarterback looks good. Freiermuth at 7K, I think is a fine option just because he's not leaving the field. He'll be targeted in the red zone as well. So I'm kind of indifferent here on Freiermuth. I think he's fine. Um, Claypool at 6.2K, kind of indifferent on too. I think he's solid just because once again he's not going to leave the field. There isn't much value on this slate, so 6.2K could definitely be a value. I definitely don't hate Chase Claypool. I think he's a fine option. Pickens has been god awful, but like I said, not leaving the field, so 4.8K with not a lot of value on the slate. I think he's firmly in play. Now he does have a very, very, very low floor. I don't know what the ceiling is because we haven't seen a ceiling at all, and he's barely getting targeted. So yeah, I think it's a fine option just because there's no value on the slate, but um, just know there is a lot of risk there with Pickens. So this is a low total game, so the defenses are definitely going to be very, very popular in my opinion. If that is the case, I want absolutely nothing to do with either the Pittsburgh defense or the Browns defense. If they're going to come below 30%, then I definitely have some interest. But I think the defenses are definitely good plays. I just think they're going to be very, very over-owned. And then, like I said, not a lot of value, so both the kickers look like pretty good value plays in my opinion. And when the game is at a lower total game, that's when I think kickers are more viable. Because if the game shoots out, there's very little chance that our kicker is going to be in the optimal. Because if a game shoots out, more of the position players are going to have very, very good games. So on a lower total slate, I'm more inclined to go to the kickers here. I think they are both good value plays. Now, with Najee not playing as much of the snaps, I think Jalen Warren is definitely firmly in play here. He'll catch passes as well, and I think he'll at least probably get around 7+ rushes plus targets. So I think he's definitely solid at 3.2K. It's just disgusting. This slate's disgusting, but yeah, Warren's solid. Zach Gentry barely, I think he played like a few. He played 20 snaps, but he barely ran a route. He only ran a route on 5 routes. So really tough for me to get there at 3K. I definitely do prefer Jalen Warren. And then there's just nothing else, in my opinion, down here. No pump plays that I think are worth it. So Nick Chubb going to be the absolute chalk of the chalk on this slate. Give me Kareem Hunt for half the fraction of the ownership for cheaper, and he'll be splitting snaps. Kareem Hunt more of the pass down back, Nick Chubb more of the bruiser. Nick Chubb will probably get a little bit more work, but give me Kareem Hunt at fraction of the ownership for GPPs and the cheaper discount. If you're playing cash games, probably just plug in Nick Chubb, call it a day, because he's going to be extremely popular. Well, I think Nick Chubb's a very good play at 12K. I think he's just going to be a little bit overowned. But yeah, love Nick Chubb on this slate. Just ownership is definitely a little bit concerning. Mark Cooper at 9.4K. Wish he was a little bit cheaper, but the targets, the usage is there. Clear number one wide receiver on this team. Just Jacoby Brissett just makes me puke though. But Mark Cooper definitely a good play as well. Same thing I said about the other quarterback. The quarterbacks are cheap on this slate, so I think they're both solid options. And Brissett can kind of get you ground yards. Now, he's not going to go for 43 yards again, but maybe in the middle, like 3 to 6 attempts for like 20, 25 yards. I think that's a fair assessment. Not a running quarterback, but he can definitely get you like 20 yards. So maybe boost this for a little bit. I don't have a lean right now on which quarterback I like the most, but I think both look good at their respective prices. Kareem Hunt 7.6K. Now, if we're talking game theory and we're talking tournaments, with the backfield being split between these two, let's just take a look at the snaps actually. Nick Chubb 36 snaps, Kareem Hunt played 31. So yeah, it's being split. So just give me the guy that's cheaper and the guy that's going to be much lower owned. And plus his passing down work boosts his for as well. So give me the guy that's just going to be lower owned for the discount. But like I said, I think both are very good plays on this slate. So definitely do like both quite a bit. Donovan Peoples-Jones, same thing, has played a ton of snaps. He has played 52 of the possible 67 snaps. Has a very low floor, as we saw last week, but the ceiling is definitely there. Just kind of indifferent on him. Now we're going to have to monitor the tight end situation. So Jesse James is on IR. Harrison Bryant is listed as questionable. So Njoku played so much last game. He played 63 of the 67 snaps. So I'm not expecting that to change. So I think Njoku makes for a very good play at 5.2K, especially if Brian is out. He's just not going to leave the field. How many routes did he run? He ran 27 routes. So that is very good to see for a tight end. So I think Njoku definitely looks good. Kickers, like I said, both good values. Browns D, very good play, but going to be very overowned. And if they are going to be overowned, I want nothing to do with them. Let's look at the wide receivers down here. So Anthony Schwartz played 12 snaps. Felton played. He was lining up as a wide receiver, I do believe, not as a running back. He played 12 snaps. Where is David Bell played 20, ran around on 13. So if I had to choose one of these punt plays, I think it'd be David Bell, but just a tournament play. I don't think maybe he's fringe cash just to fit everyone in, but I probably wouldn't do it. But if you're going to punt with one of these guys, I think David Bell is definitely the guy to do it with. And then if Bryant is out, we're going to have to monitor who they bring up from the practice squad. They would be a viable punt play. Like, my guess it would be Forrestal. Forrestal would be the guy that they bring up, would be a viable punt, because the Browns definitely do run a ton of two tight end sets, I do believe. Um, yeah, Harrison Bryant played 31 snaps ran a route on 17 of them. So with how much they run two tight end sets, whichever tight end they bring up, whether that be this guy, I don't know how to say his name, or Forrestal, I definitely think they're firmly in play as a punt. So hope you guys had a good week too, and I will talk to you guys later.